Free gang.
What's up, y'all? This episode is brought to you by DistroKid. DistroKid is a service that musicians use to put music into online stores and streaming services. This includes iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, Amazon, Deezer, Tidal, and many more. DistroKid collects earnings and payments and sends 100% of the earnings to artists. Artists can also pay their collaborators. You can also get a hyperfollow to get more Spotify followers and promote your releases. DistroKid is also the first distributor to send music to TikTok. Use this link to get 40% off your first year's DistroKid membership. DistroKid.com/VIP/free game. All that information is in our description. Holla at your boy.
Free gang.
Welcome back to the Free Game Producer Podcast. I'm Brian Andre with the homie Willpower, and we got a very, very, very special guest. One of my favorite producers in the building.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? A legend in the production game. You know,
sir.
All the way back from talking about Ludacris, Ciara, talking about Field Mob. You know, you're talking about T.I., Young Buck. I mean, you can just go down the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got Jazze Pha in the house. How you doing, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuning into the very best of yours truly, Jazze Pha, Burgundy, Obama, Luther King, Jr., Jackson 5 the first. Hey! Yes, because there is no second, there is no third, there's only a first.
There it is.
Longest name in the business, biggest name in the business, you did.
Man, look, bro. First, I just want to thank you, man, for coming on the show. I know you are probably one of the most busiest persons in Atlanta. Like, it's just dope, man. I see you out all the time. We always dapping each other up, man. But I never had a real chance to sit down and talk to you, man, and just find out like what makes Jazze Pha work.
Ooh.
So first, I just want to thank you for coming, man. We
Thank you for
appreciate
having
the
me.
time,
Thank you for having me. It's a
especially
pleasure.
during these times. You know
It's a
what I'm saying?
pleasure. Oh, man, it's always a pleasure to, man, shed light anytime I can. I mean, you know, it's ready to go.
Yeah, let's get
I'm
it.
ready.
Now you got a very, very great story, and I think a lot of people, they know how great you are, but they don't know like the journey, you know, and the background. So it's my understanding you grew up back and forth between Memphis and L.A. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I was born in Memphis.
Okay.
When I was like about 4 years old, going 5, I moved to Los Angeles. Me and my mother, my mom and dad separated. My dad, who was, you know, one of the leading members of the Barcades at the time, they separated. So my mom took me with her on her hip to L.A. You know, she was a great background vocalist, and she sang with everybody from, you know, Philip Bailey to DJ Rogers, Billy Preston, and various others. A lot of Gap Band.
Barbra Streisand.
Barbra Streisand, yeah, all of those people. Like one of the greatest, you know what I'm saying? And with that, we were kind of like gypsies. Like we moved all over the place. We were all over California, really. Yeah, it was crazy.
So being that, you know, your father was in the Barcades and you're moving around a lot, what were obviously you were influenced by your dad, but what were some of your musical influences coming up?
I mean, being on the road with my dad a lot, I mean, just like in the summertime, like I would go out there, I would be around Cameo, Switch, Brick,
Switch,
Stephanie
dog.
Mills. Switch, dog. Not before the barge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was a kid, dog.
Yeah.
Like Rick James.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Being around Cameo and Confunction. And,
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And all of those guys, Al Green, and, you know, I watched my pop just really, really host some of the greatest parties. He was live. He was like the live one in the group.
Right.
So if you came to Memphis, when we were in Memphis during the summer, like that's when all the concerts were. So everybody that came to town come by Daddy house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Daddy was the party man.
Right.
So, you know, they had all the party favors. I ain't gonna talk about all the party favors, but you know, I learned later on why everybody was there.
Right.
Like, okay, they got the best of the best. Yeah, boy. You know what I'm saying? They got it all, boy.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Christmas time, we really actually got the Merry Christmas, like live, like the Temptations
was at the house.
Everybody was there.
Oh,
Dennis
wow.
Ed was always at the crib. Morris Day, everybody at the house. You know what I'm saying?
crazy.
So, you know,
So you're soaking
coming
that up.
living it up. Oh yeah, soaking it up. OJ's, all that. Me and my dad and Eddie Lavert are very good friends to this day.
Nice.
Right now. You know what I'm saying? And just they just they got countless relationships. Isaac Hayes, I mean, Otis Redding. I mean, of course, you know, my dad was, you know, played behind Otis Redding as well.
Man. So eventually you ended up being an artist. At what point did you decide to? Were you singing at first, rapping, and how did you get into that growing up?
I was singing and rapping. I mean, I didn't know if I wanted to be like Bobby Brown or Soda. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it was like, it was at that point where it was like kind of like, you know, you had Bobby Brown and you had Teddy Riley, you know, and R. Kelly was just coming around. And R. Kelly was actually new when I came out. He was like, I was kind of like at the music convention showing him the ropes, like showing him around.
Wow.
You know, it was like one of those things where I went to Elektra Records. And I was signed by this guy named Doug Daniels and Bob Krasnow, who's an old Jewish guy, super, like he was like sick. And we didn't know that, but he passed away. So when he passed away, they dropped me from the label. They dropped me from the label. I had one single out as Phelan. My regular name was, my natural name is Phelan. And I had a song out. What song was that? I think it was called Dance for Little Life. Don't y'all go looking for it. Don't go looking for it. And do not play it. I'm glad the video ain't nowhere around.
Dance for Life.
Oh, I got out kind of good with that one. I go on YouTube and I try to find it. I can't find it. I kind of want to see it, but I kind of don't.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I got dropped from the label. So I had went back to like my record label, who was, my dad worked for this label, independent label called Mega Jam Records. And this guy named Terry Starks, he really believed in my dad and everything my dad believed in. And then in turn, he began to believe in me. And so he had a studio, you know. So at that studio, when we had the big budget in, I never took in, I wasn't doing the business at the time. So I didn't know that everybody that was in there playing, the bass players, the keyboard players, the programmers.
Out your pocket.
No, I mean, I knew they were coming out of our pocket, but at the same time, I didn't know that they weren't the producers. I thought they were the producers because they were making the music.
Yeah.
But at the time, I wasn't programming. And when I came back and lost my deal, everybody kind of looked at me like I failed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got dropped. You know, anytime they hear you got dropped. Back then, it was like, they don't care about nobody dying or nothing, like, you got dropped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was the news. So in Memphis, so I'm like, why everybody treat me like a wet food stamp? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. So I'm sitting in there by myself in the studio, and it's this little white kid named Mike Patterson. He was sitting in there, and he said, Jazzy, do you know why everybody is gone? I was like, no. He said, because the money's gone.
The money's gone.
He said they have no passion. He said, you're here regardless. He said, you have passion. He said, I'm here regardless. I have passion. I love to do this. I'm not going to be here. So that's not where I'm going to end up.
Yeah.
He said, but this is like, you know, you have been producing these records all along. Have you heard these guys' music without you? I was like, nah. And then he played me some of the stuff. I was like, yeah, that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's terrible. So then I thought, he said, you're telling them what to do. You're like Quincy Jones at this point. But you need to become like Teddy Riley. You need to put your hands on the music. You need to put your hands on the music. So you go to this MPC. You start here. You start here, and we're gonna connect this with this keyboard. We're gonna MIDI them together, and we're gonna produce your next project. You're gonna do it.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yep.
Introduction to you.
Taught me how to do it, and then I went on to meet my boy Slice T, which we did the first Tila album together.
Yeah.
And when we did the Tila album together, that's what
Classic.
That's what took me there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was even after I moved to Atlanta, though.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother.
That's the Show Enough era.
Show Enough, yeah.
Yeah. Show Enough era, yeah. I mean, that record, Show Enough, was so big that I had to move to Texas.
Wow.
And what's dope is, what a lot of people don't know is, that led me to find out why you see a lot of Texas rappers that you ain't heard about, but they still be rich.
FreeGame.
And you thinking they selling dope. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nigga, you selling dope. But then you go there and you go to Clovertown or you go to the south side or the east side or the west side, and they be like, "What you doing over here?" They might ask Slim Thug that or something like that, or if you ain't got no show, what you doing over here?
Yeah.
So that clicked in my mind, like these people don't travel. Like everybody go to this club or they go to that club or they go to like 3 clubs. They go to the strip club over here, the regular club over here, a lounge over here.
Yeah.
And everything's very like
Away from each other.
compartmentalized.
Yeah.
Everything is over here. It's separated like a lunch plate. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real. So that's why people like Paul Wall, all of those guys, once they do a mixtape, they can go from club to club to club to club.
Right.
I can do a club Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
In this area, then go over one city over, do the same thing. Once I make my rounds, it's time to do another mixtape.
That's right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm rich.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how Texas roll.
Yeah.
So it'll never be different because that's how they are.
Right.
They just that way.
Yeah, I can attest to that because I've got friends that are, doing their thing in Dallas,
Yeah.
and it's like starting over when they go to Houston. But
Right.
once they get it popping, it's a whole nother thing,
Yeah.
and that's crazy. I never really been out there to find that out, but that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super territorial.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Very territorial. Yeah.
Now I read somewhere that at some point when you're just getting started, you connected with MC Breed, and that kind of morphed into working with Eric Sermon. So how did guys like Breed, Sermon, Rico Way, how did you come into Atlanta and meeting those guys affect your
Now,
career?
first of all, like that's an interesting story because, okay, over here, I'm gonna set the scene. You go over here to Howell Mill, the big Walmart right there.
Yep.
It wasn't no Walmart right there.
Wasn't no Walmart.
It was a ran down hotel called the Castlegate. It's called the Castlegate. I moved there. I lived there. I was living at the Castlegate.
Wow.
My manager, her name is Carolyn Miller. God rest in peace. She passed recently, but she had brought us to out here. It was me. I had a group called the Funkaholics. There was 4 of us, and 3 of us came down here to try to make it in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got down to I think we had about $13 between all of us. You know what I'm saying? Ty Day, the basketball player.
Yeah.
Ty Day, he was from Memphis. I didn't have no money. I didn't want to ask my daddy for nothing. Me and my daddy had got into it and whatever. And I was down to my last. You know how you pulling everybody with your bread.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I ain't got no money. He was like, man. Todd was like, man, you need to go to Atlanta. He gave me like, man, what it's gonna take? I ain't want a lot of money. He was probably would have gave me 20 grand.
Yeah.
But I had a new basketball contract.
Yeah.
So he gave me like I think he gave me like $2,000, $1,900, something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this is good. I'll be good for about a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 4 people. That shit was gone so fast. We done came out of Castlegate, got 4 rooms. What y'all don't want $59? Okay, yeah. Everybody get a room. So we went down there. You get a room, you get a room. So it broke down. It broke down at the last minute to us having 1 room.
Yeah.
My manager, she was so smart. She found a dude down in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? She's cool with. He was feeding us and shit. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Found out we was talented. He was cool. He started liking her. I was like, great. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then she, like, out of the blue, she was like, I know MC Breed. I was like, what? I said, we're around here eating scraps. And we eating chicken, chicken finger me to death. Pause. It sound right. Sound like I need to say pause.
Pause.
Chicken finger me to death. All right. Shit. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh
that
my God.
was funny.
Yes, it was.
Oh my God, I'm glad y'all got that shit. Okay, man. So we went to a studio over there on South Atlanta Road.
Yeah.
Dog, I swear to God, my studio that I own right now,
Yeah.
10,000 square feet.
Yeah.
I could walk to the studio. Damn, I didn't even think about that. I could walk to that fucking studio, bro,
Damn.
in probably 15 minutes.
Yeah.
where I met Breed at the first time.
That's crazy.
Kayla Studios.
Yeah.
Right over there across from the racetrack over there on the famous racetrack over there on the racetrack gas station. Wherever. So I met him over there. I met him. Yeah. I met Breed over there. He was in the booth. Mm-hmm. He was freestyling the record. Bro, he was freestyling the record. So we sitting in the control room with his people. I think Hurricane was in there, DJ Hurra. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was in there. He was, on his high horse. He was fucking around with the Beastie Boys at the time. He's on the highway. So we came in there and he walked out the booth and he greeted, everybody. Was like, yeah. So they tell me, Jazze Fizzle, he says, Jazze Pha, I heard you got some beats. I wasn't like known like that then. Yeah. This was before Show Enough, all of that. Right. So I had floppy disks like in a Nike box. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm talking about all in colorful order and everything. So he said, heard you got beats. I had cassettes, I got DATs, I got everything in that box. Right. My life. If somebody took that box, boy, woo. So he said, I said, yeah. I said, what can I play? He's like, it's a DAT player. Okay, play the DAT. So I put it in DAT and I played number 1. He said, okay, you did that? I was like, yeah, okay, you played number 2. Played number 2. He was like, nigga, what's that? He said, the budget is up. I was like, okay, I think that means the money. Because I wasn't in the industry money talk then at that time. Right. So he's like, man, the budget is up right now. I was like, okay. So he played number 3. He's like, nigga, I want both of those. So he said, man, he said, how long y'all gonna be here? So my manager was standing right there, so I just looked at her, and then he said, where y'all staying at? Then I looked at her again. He said, this nigga ain't even answering his own questions, man. He said, bro, man, you dope as fuck. Like, so I guess they talked in the hallway, came back and said, man, look. He looked at his partner, his main dude. He said, Jabri. He was a rapper, Jabri. Yeah. He looked at Jabri and said, hey, Jabri, threw him his keys. He said, go to the house. He said, clear out the room across from my room. He said, clear that room out and prepare that room for both of them to come stay. I was like, whoa. I was like, nigga. We and I said, I got my partners with me. He said, well, they can stay too in the basement. I got space. Yeah. That's what's up. That's fine. Man, came over there. Man, I ain't staying in no bedroom. I was in the studio. He had a studio in the basement. I was down there. The whole time. What? And then he comes in every day. I kid you not. Came in Too Short. I met Too Short. Then I met G. G hooked it up. Yeah. G hooked it up. Yeah. So G came in, was like, nigga, you made that beat? Nigga, play me that little beat. Redman, get over here. Redman calls Eric Sermon. Eric Sermon, hey, you gotta hear this nigga. Crazy. Eric Sermon was doing $50,000 remixes at the time. Right. He was like, yo, this the kid Jazzy, man, he's amazing. Like, he came through. He was like, he was like, bro. He said, bro, them drum sounds. He said, man, come in here. And he had me doing like the drums to a lot of his remixes. That's fine. And I just go, brr, brr, brr. That boy gave me a check. I looked at the check, it was like $10,000. I was like, nigga. Let's keep going. Remix. He's like, you don't get no publishing on remixes, but I give you a check, though. You know, 10,000, cool. I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Boy, he was like, man, I was getting them motherfuckers 10,000 turn to 20,000, 20,000 turn to 40,000, 40,000 turn to 50,000. Next thing you know, I'm like, shit, nigga, we rich. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it just, I mean, it was a snowball, man. You know, God rest in peace, Breed. He was one of the greatest people I ever met. You know, anything his family need, I got him. I mean, whatever it is, it's just like, man, I can't even. You can't even put your hands on a better person. I mean, Tupac. I mean, Pac loved him. He's like, nigga, Breed say you hard, nigga. That's how I ended up on Pac shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, Pac was like, nigga, give Edie all the beats, give Edie. And we had never worked while he was alive. Yeah. And Edie could call me. He said, man, you know, Pac always meant to get in with you, man. He was always talking about you, man. Call Jazzy. Boom. So he gave me the whole project. He gave me the whole the double album. What was the album we did?
Like the Resurrection.
Yeah. What was the name of it? I can't remember it off the bat. But I put Jagged Edge on it. I put T.I. on it. I put everybody on it.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the double album. Yeah,
That's dope.
4 million copies, I think.
Woo!
So it seems like
Say that with ease, 4 million copies out there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's Tupac though. It's
Right.
Like, and then I worked on Biggie.
Yeah.
Worked on Biggie. I worked a lot with Big and with Puff and worked with all those guys.
so.
dope.
How does the power of relationships come into play? Because it seems like you.
That's everything. Relationships is everything. Having a good relationship with everybody is because one person can be like, oh, that nigga whack.
Yeah.
That nigga, and it might not even be true. It might just be hate. It might just be because of a broad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I make sure, like when the girls come through the studio, she'll tell you, like I don't mess with none of the chicks that come through the studio.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I keep my studio. The studio, if somebody come through for me, they for me. But if they for somebody else,
Yeah.
I don't care what they say, how they look, none of that. I'll always keep that separate because I've seen that takes down empires.
Yeah.
Like kings, queens,
Right.
Like all of those things, empires fall because of women.
Yeah.
And just the misappropriation of relationships.
Yeah.
You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. So what was it like? So you was part of the early Jeezy.
Yeah.
Like, what was that
A
like?
part.
Man? Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about that.
Tighten up, man.
Tighten up. Yeah, I mean, I put Jeezy in the game.
There
like,
it is.
no cap. You know what I'm saying? He know that, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I tell you how it happened. He came. I met him out, and I was like, I see you out all the time. What you do? He's like, I rap. I was like, nigga, you don't rap. I was like, cause I know who you with. I'm like, I see who you with. You ain't a rapper,
Right.
So I kind of knew he was, but I was just challenging him. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, I'm gonna pull up on you, man. I gotta go right now. And he had some people with him, and he met me the next day at Dallas Austin studio.
Yeah.
Met me at Dark. So he came up there. He had like 5 CDs in his hand, and it was Come Shop With Me. I don't know if you ever heard that, but it's Come Shop With Me. It was a double album. It was one album is called The Soft, and one other album is called The Hard.
Yeah.
He had everybody from Bone Crusher to Lil Jon. Dope Boy's dream.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got the money, so he's going to buy all of the features. Trying to make it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Thinking that that's going to, take him there. And so he had a different flow too. I ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But it's all good. But he gave us the project, and he gave me 5 CDs. I handed them out to my guys, my main guys, my hitters, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My street dudes, because I was like, this street shit, okay. Gave them to my guys. Came back, I was like, all right, I'll call you, let you see what it is. So, niggas was like, hey, nigga, number 5, nigga, man, he said this, he said that, It wasn't really all about the songs. It's about
what he was talking about.
what he was saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He I don't think he really had a hit. He just had some good songs, and he just talked some good shit, some good street shit, and it was refreshing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to hear somebody talk about it in that way, the way he described things.
Mm-hmm.
So time went by. Me and Noonie over at noontime was like, man, let's call Shake. We called Shakir.
Yeah.
Rest his soul.
Yeah. Shake.
Shakir Stewart called Shakir, and he was like, he heard it. He was like, nigga, let's go. So got Coach K, got Kinky B, all of us. We went up to my boy Big Zach, my boy Noonie. All of us went up to New York. Went to New York, met with L.A. Reid. L.A. Reid was just getting in the building at the time, up at
Def Jam.
Def Jam, yeah.
Yep.
He was just getting at Def Jam, and I think like Jim Jones was up there getting a haircut or something like that, because you had them. He wasn't in his office. LA wasn't in his office, so he was over there by where they were getting. They had like a makeshift barbershop they had created. Diplomats was running shit there.
Right.
So they in there just getting haircuts and smoking weed and shooting dice and So we playing the music. I said, Jeezy, when LA, because I've met with LA already and done things with him.
Yeah.
So we had Ciara already about to drop. So this is not our first time dealing with LA, so I know how he moves.
Yeah.
So I said, LA is gonna have his phone, and when he hears a song he likes, he's gonna hit a button, and then everybody's gonna pile in the room. He's already got a group message already going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if this shit is hot, I'm gonna hit y'all, and if it's a go, and then y'all come in and just keep it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we in there. He played the song. We getting money over here. What it do, pimpin'? LA didn't move.
Uh-oh.
And that was like the single at the time. He was
Right.
like kind of like, I just want to do a single deal with him and see how it go. I was like, I said, he not really a single deal type of guy. But I was just like, okay, y'all come on. Because the CTE and Show Enough are still two different things, even though I had Jeezy signed at the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he came in, he didn't move to that record. So I don't know if he wanted me to play my records that I did on Jeezy. So but I played them because, I mean, we had shit else to play.
Right.
So I played the record, Dave Chappelle. I'm rich, bitch. 2 cars in the truck.
Hey.
I'm rich, bitch. Hit the club, tear it up.
Hey.
That motherfucker L.A. Reid said, nigga, what the fuck is that? Hey, he stopped the beat. He said, stop that. Take that back to the top. He said, come on, do it. So, mind you, Jesus sitting there, man, with rose gold on. He got, man, about $50,000 worth of jewelry on. He's sitting back like, nigga, perform? You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Like, he was like, yes.
That's his thing, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, I want you to do it right here. He hit that button. When he hit that button, Skane Dollar came in, Tina Davis,
Yeah.
James Bartles, that was running the finance department. We had Shakir Stewart there.
It's check time.
Kevin Lyles. Kevin Lyles was in the building.
Yeah.
Jim Jones walked in there, and when Jim Jones walked in, L.A. Reid's eyes was like golf balls. He was like, Jim Jones don't walk in here. Jim Jones was kind of like, this nigga ain't no Def Jam nigga. You know what I'm saying? He fuck with L.A.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, he came in. Jim Jones came in and dapped me up. He said, do your thing, Playboy. That's one. He said that nigga's one. And L.A. Reid was like, whoa, Jim Jones, like, because they was like the Bible at Def Jam at the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know if we don't do it, they gonna grab that nigga on the way out the door.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Your Dame and all them niggas gonna be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Get this nigga. That's how he ended up, you know, with Jay and all of that. So, because it was like talking, you know what I mean? So, he was like, man, get them niggas lunch, get them whatever they want, because we about to do this deal right now.
Yeah.
About to do the deal right now.
Man.
So we did the deal.
That's crazy. Well, I want to get into more of that and also some of the Ciara stuff. We're going to take a quick break, though, and we come right back with the FreeGame podcast.
What's up, y'all? This episode is brought to you by DistroKid. DistroKid is a service that musicians use to put music into online stores and streaming services. This includes iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, Amazon, Deezer, Tidal, and many more. DistroKid collects earnings and payments and sends 100% of the earnings to artists. Artists can also pay their collaborators. You can also get a hyperfollow to get more Spotify followers and promote your releases. DistroKid is also the first distributor to send music to TikTok. Use this link to get 40% off your first year's DistroKid membership. distrokid.com/VIP/FreeGame. All that information is in our description. Holla at your boy.
Welcome back to the FreeGame podcast with our very, very special guest, Jazze Pha, in the building.
Yep.
Ooh.
We're just talking about you helping Jeezy get in the game. Somebody else that you helped get in the game was Ciara.
Yeah.
And y'all did magic.
Magic.
And it's legendary stories about how that happened. Like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
A friend of ours, TA, had brought her to DARP once again. You know, Dallas is a very good friend of mine, and he really opened his doors and like family, and just let me just come in and do my thing. He believed in my vision. He believed in my lineage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he knew that I had great studio etiquette. I know what I was vibey. You know what I'm saying? I know how to, you know, I understood his vibe most of all, and respected his whole
His
you
space,
know, his
everything.
sanctuary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's so important. You know what I mean?
So important.
When you get people that come in and you know, you make them, you know, you can direct the traffic and you can control the atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's important.
Yeah.
So shouts out to Dallas, man. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? My brother for life. Yeah, he opened his doors to me, and I was like, if you ever walk in the dark, you just like as soon as you walk inside the building, like you cut to the right, and then like I was like over in the little cubby hole to the right, so you could easily walk past and miss me. You might hear a little thump or something back there, but you ain't gonna see me. You won't see me.
Yeah, Lloyd used to be tucked off in that room back there too.
That was my room.
I got
was my room.
Yeah, all right.
You know what I'm saying? Now I think who's in it now? I think because Future bought the building, I think like little ATL Jacob is in there now, and it's so ironic that I got a condo and ATL Jacob lives right there.
Wow.
He lives there.
Yeah, that's dope.
Coming up, and he always talk to me like send me about 5 records, and be like, man, what you think? What you think?
Yeah, I used to love dark. It had a vibe. It had an open space where you could kind of walk around and chill. They had like bean bags and shit out and all that. Yeah, it was fire. It was real dope.
Yeah, real dope. So, she was she came in and she was a part of a group called Hearsay, and one of the girls' fathers was the manager, and so he thought his girl was the Beyonce of the group,
right?
Of course, you know what I'm saying. So, they was like, you know, tell me what you think about the girl right there, the one over there on the left. You know what I'm saying? They thought that I guess they were all coming to see me, but they was like really like, no, I want to get her.
Right.
She wants to do her own thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I was like, bro, she's a star.
Yeah.
She's a star. She really didn't sing that much at that point. She sang a little bit. She had one part. But when she stepped out and did her thing, she just froze and she was like, I was like, nigga. Man, if Stowe the Show was a person, that's her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she would do this little thing where she would drop down because Ciara was a lot thicker than.
Yeah.
She was thick, like
Yeah.
in the waist, like all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What was that? Sound effect?
I dropped this damn
I thought
cup holder.
Oh, I thought that was like a sound effect, like she thick. Da-da-da. That's one of y'all sound effects, like da-da-da.
Yo.
Da-da-da. I want to da-da-da because you so big. Oh, y'all to put that in there. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, Fabo's voice. He said, man, she was thick. Da-da-da. Because you so thick. Hard. Come on now. Yeah, don't front on my shit now. Don't front on my production.
Come on, man.
Let me produce y'all, man. Yeah, so she was doing her thing, and she was just it.
Yeah.
And she came to the studio like every day, you know, these big old house shoes and just, you know, just the spirit, you know what I mean, come through the studio. We didn't work like the first 3 days. I don't think we did anything. And then everybody was like, when y'all gonna do something? And I'm like, man, you know, it's kind of like, you know, I'm getting the vibe. She would just be dancing everywhere. And I was like a grandmama want to put a shawl on her. Like, she was so sexy. You know what I'm saying? She was 17 though. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you got all these dudes running around dark. I'm like, stop dancing.
Right. You go
like,
ahead and chill out.
Jesus.
Sit down.
Like, it's too much. It's too much. But so if something clicked in my head, like, I got to make the music that goes to that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause ain't no, cause I always like when I'm making music or doing a project or anything, it's all about the canvas. Put some paint where it ain't.
Come on,
You know what I'm saying?
man.
Don't come in there and do. Oh, I'm gonna come in there. I'm gonna sound like Future.
Come on, man.
I'm sound like the
Talk to me.
Migos. Nigga, I don't want to
Put
sign.
some paint
I don't want
where
to
it
sign
ain't.
none of y'all niggas. I want to sign the next nigga.
Right.
The next one. Who dares to do something different?
That's right, man.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And they gonna be the one.
Yeah.
They gonna be the one. They got the confidence, they got the thing, they got the determination, and they like to work. Cause now, like somebody less talented than you can outwork you and kill you.
That's right.
They gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody outworking Too Short.
That's right.
You think Too Short out here trying to out rap anybody?
Not at all.
No, but I bet you they don't get bread like Too Short.
Come on, man.
Who you know, 50-something years old, still getting $70,000, $80,000 a track?
Yep.
Come on, dog. Are you killing? I pattern my life after people like that.
That's right.
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
That's dope.
So we went in. I think the first 3 days me and CC worked, it was like, I think the first day we did, I went on an up tempo, so I was like, I did the looking at you, man, you got a girlfriend too. I did that. Second song, you changed the game. I like your thug style.
Man, y'all knocked it out the park.
Doom, doom, doom. I did that, and then I did pick up the phone.
That's crazy.
Pick up the phone, boy, pick up the phone. That I know you see me on your color ID. Yeah, that me and Jonte Austin. You know what I'm saying? So we went in there.
King
knocked that
Jonte.
out. Yeah. Oh boy, King. Quick with it.
Yeah.
And we did it, and I was sitting with L.A. Reid. It was my first time having a meeting like with an executive, a big executive, and about music. You know what I mean? I always just made placements off of knowing artists and have a relationship with artists. Mm-hmm. And nobody had really sat down and met with me. And LA was like, I want to meet with Jazzy. I want to meet with him, bring him in. So I'm not knowing what to do or how to act in the damn meeting. So I'll just come in playing. I'll play him Slick Rick. I play him Joe. I played him everybody shit. He said, hey man, all those are great songs. He said, but I can't do shit with that. He said, give me something I can have.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ready for C yet. And Shakira was sitting over there like, nigga, play the girl. I was like, what? Who? He said, the girl that you working on, the girl. The girl, dancing girl. I was like, I just bought a Bentley. I was like, so I went downstairs, went down to the car, I popped it out, came upstairs, and I played it. I think I played Thug Style first. Noonie looked at me and said, play Thug Style. He was throwing sets like Thug Style. Since LA, man, he gonna like Thug Style, I'm telling you. Man, I played that shit. That nigga, hey you, it's me, turn the music down. That nigga said, what is that?
Yeah, man.
And I played a couple of the other records and he went right back to that when he said, who is that? And he was like, you got pictures of her? I was like, here she go right here.
That was it.
He was like,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's it.
How old is she? I was like, 18. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
She dance like she can dance? I was like, nigga, can't she dance?
Yeah.
That's what she doing now. She's somewhere dancing looking crazy. I was like, she's not ready, bro. She is not ready for you to see her.
Yeah.
He was like, I gotta leave tonight.
Yeah.
I said, bro, I'll be doing a disservice. I said, she's not gonna like it. She's not gonna pull up and she's gonna be mad as hell if I tell her she gotta come like she looking. He's like, all right, so tomorrow he looked at his assistant and said, Can we do this tomorrow? Can we? Yeah, so fixed it. Came in the next day. As soon as he saw, I didn't know how to act once again.
Yeah.
I had everybody from the whole label at the damn meeting.
Yeah.
I had about 30 people. So he walks in like, where is she? I heard his voice. He didn't say, what's up? Where is she at? Then I said, everybody move back. Everybody move back. He saw her. She was just standing there like this, and she was looking like, man, she looked so amazing. He was like, come here. It's over.
It's done.
It's over.
That's so good, man.
Next time we met, she was dancing and popping and shaking in the damn office in New York.
There it is.
Yep.
God.
Yep.
So like from the development side, like so once you got to go, what y'all do from there? Was it just about?
I called Divine Stevens.
Yeah.
Divine Stevens come and put the eye of the tiger in her. Mm-hmm. I called Tamika Foster. You know what I'm saying? Who became Tamika Raymond? You know what I'm saying? Usher's, ex-wife. She put the look, that thing, that vibe, something that nobody else had.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? With the boots, she had the high rider boots, the low rider pants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the bathing suit top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People were going after that. We were just going after a look that was, undone.
Yeah.
And just to go with what she was doing.
Yeah.
And we shot the first video with Benny Boom over in Campbellton, over there not far from here.
That's crazy.
Man.
Next thing you know, she in small towns like the one I'm from, pulling up, doing little
Going crazy,
the wall spots and all that, bro. It was
going crazy.
Yeah, that's so good.
And then I was like, man, let's go down to Miami and cut some records and all of that. And while we were cutting records, I see this Ninja Turtle colored Lamborghini pull up. This thing is loud. It's like wow. It pulls in real fast, and like somebody comes out and it moves the cone, from outside, and she backs in. Door goes up. She jump out, Missy.
Whoa.
Missy jumps out. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's like, yo, I'm Jazze Pha. She's like, what? Jazze Pha? I heard about you, bro. You hard. You hard as hell. Like, we got to do something. Yeah. I was like, okay. I said, I got this artist. See, say. She was like, we were outside. And she walked over there. She was like, OMG. She was like, oh, she's a cutie. She's like, oh, she can dance? I was like, yeah. She wanted to play the music in her car. Boom. They was off doing their thing. It was over with. Over with. Just kicking it. I think they just kicked it. Yeah. And I think about a month later, I went home. I think I did something I had Carrie Hilson with me as well, right? Because she wrote on Looking at You. And she called me one day and was like, yo, send me some beats. Send me some beats right now. Send them to this email. I'm ready. I'm ready to do her project. I got it on my mind. I was like, all right. I sent her 5 records. I sent Missy 5 records to show you how genius she is, right? Missy sent me back 5 records done to each beat that I sent. Wow. All of them was up-tempo. And she made it a continuum. Like the CD was like a mixtape. It was like, new shit. Ciara. Jazze Pha. Remember that song drop? Whoa. Oh, you like that shit? Oh, DJ's gonna be playing that shit. Gonna be going crazy. Whoa. Wow. 1-2 step. This is how to. This is a Jazze Pha production. I was like, wait a minute. She's stroking my ego right now. Jazze made it, all that shit. I was like, oh, motherfucker. Gone. Out of here. God damn. Classic. Out of here. Ooh, the hook was different at the time. And when I played it for CeCe, she was like, I don't know. I said, you have to get involved with the music. You get involved with the hook. Yeah. I'm going to play you where I got the song from. Mm-hmm. I got it from Africa Bambaataa. Yeah. So Africa Bambaataa, she was just rocking, don't stop it. Gotta rock and don't stop. Right. Gotta tick it and talking. Yeah, yeah. So she was like, I think I got an idea. I was like, yeah, go in the booth. She's like, it's kind of corny. I said, I want it to be kind of corny. Yeah. She was like, all right, here we go. Rock it, don't stop it. Everybody get on the floor. I was like, it's corny. But let's go. Say it like this, though. She did that shit right. Out of here.
Come on, man. Straight history.
The label still didn't believe it, though. Wow. And I ain't gonna cap. I called Polo. I said, man, I played the record for Polo. He's like, email it to me. I was like, I don't want to email it to you. I said, I'm gonna play it to you on the phone now. He's like, I play it. I played it for him. Well, he said, man, that shit crazy, man. Them people crazy. yeah, they're crazy. He's like, man, they crazy. He said, man, you know what I did, right? He said, what'd you do? He said, man, I leaked that shit. Leaked that shit? I leaked that bit. He gave me a number. He said, man, nigga, you send it over here, nigga, they gonna have you 1,000 copies, nigga. Back then, we wasn't sending it to the email. We was sending that shit FedEx, nigga. So we gotta like, when people be sending out orders and shit, like they sending out hair and all this shit. That's how we had the CDs all piled up in the back. And we sending them out to every DJ. I went to every club, gave them the DJ, and I stood in the booth until they played that shit.
I ain't leaving.
Play it. They already knew. It was already had a #1 record. The label was trying to make me put out O, but I was like, I can't go from goodies up here to O right here. I can go to O third. Yeah. But I need another up tempo. I want to go faster. Yeah. Like faster? Like, I mean, it was kind of. They didn't get it. I was like, okay. But I know about the bass all-stars. And I know we ATL, you know what I'm saying? We gonna do that. We gonna win like that too. I said, we gonna get like, yeah. We don't get them on this shit.
That's right.
Because that's what they didn't do. They didn't really get on it like we finna have them get on it because they don't have anybody to represent it.
Yeah.
Man, she got on that shit. Over.
Yeah.
I forced their hand. They called me. Was like, well, looks like you guys got a buzz going on with this. We gonna run this one. Like, you goddamn right. And then everybody in the back, I was like, that was smart. That was so smart. So genius. So brave. So brave. Like you fucking coward.
So brave.
Fall for anything. Yeah. We gonna win.
That's so good, man.
Yeah, you've had a lot of great moments though.
Yeah, man.
You know, throughout your production career. I was looking over your discography. I didn't even know you had credits on the Mary J. Blige Just Fine record.
I made that record.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't make it by myself. I mean, we were sitting in a meeting. It was me. I was working with Tricky and Dream, and at the time, me, Tricky, Dream, Esther Dean, all of us over at Triangle Sound, which is Red Zone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I was working over there, and we had a meeting. So we sitting in there, and I think like Mary was sitting behind us, and the meeting was over. So when the meeting got over, everybody walked out in the hall, dispersed out in the hall. She was waiting for somebody to bring her some barbecue. She wanted some barbecue from this place, and she was waiting for the barbecue to come. So she was like, we was just talking. She's like, Jazzy, I'm like tapping the sounds. She's talking to Chris Hicks' wife at the time. Keisha, they're really good friends. And so I'm tapping on it. I was like, Tricky done loaded up my sounds over here. He had all my sounds loaded up. Because we use the same sounds on a lot of stuff because we were doing the records together. And she said, I never, you know, when I'm in the studio, I never, you know, nobody puffing. They always give me the song and it's ready to go. I was like, what? I was like, she's like, yeah, I don't sit there and make the songs with them at all. I was like, what? You never sat there while somebody's like, nope, I never have. I was like, oh, you don't say.
Let's go.
Said, it was a good tempo. Like 105, 107, something like that. Boom. Off the drum track alone.
She was ready.
I just got through telling Ron Fair this on the phone. Because Ron Fair added the horns to it. But Ron Fair, he was like, I was like, you like that beat? She was like, that's my first single. I was like, huh? No words, no nothing. I said, so what would you say? She said, well, can we get Dream and them in here? Because I want everybody to hear what I got to say. So, yeah, so everybody came back in. And I think they heard the beat, and they was like, yo, what are you doing, Jazzy? Like, you know, she's in here, and like, making beats and shit. You know what I'm saying? The queen is here, and you're making beats. We're not all together on this right here. So she says, well, Jazzy just made a beat, and I think this is my first single. So let me tell you what I want people to know on this song. I want people to know that I'm not sitting somewhere crying. I'm not sitting somewhere sad. I'm just fine. I'm all right.
Damn.
Dream was like, damn. Dream said, play that. I was like, uh-oh. Kook Harrell, he to this day, he like, Rihanna don't do a vocal without him.
Oh yeah, no, he's the king of that. Yeah,
he's the king. So he was like, he was sitting, played the beat. Boom, boom, he played the beat. So that nigga said, all right, give me a track. Went in the booth. Say nothing to nobody. Boom, he just walked in. Beat. He's like, fine. The boy, Tricky walks over to the keyboard. Like, oh shit, something going on. I got on the guitar. Beep, 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 beep. Magic. Out of here. Just
Damn.
fine. That's how it happened.
Oh my God.
No effort. Zero effort. It was
Does that happen for you all the time? Like
all the time.
Your big records are the ones
all
that
the time.
didn't take nothing.
All the time.
Wow, man.
1-2 step out of all of that batch of records I sent took me the least time.
Yeah.
But I wanted to reach out to Bambaataa because I knew that he was, you know, he was funny about letting people use his record. I said, man, how much we going to pay you for using this record? He said, Young Blood. He said, your daddy James Alexander. I was like, yeah. He said, listen, that's all I want you to know is when I call on you, I want you to answer.
Yeah.
Well, I never ever need you to, whatever I need you to do, you gonna do it. I was like, ain't nothing illegal.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. I say, I got you, bro. I say, all right, it's yours. Say, wherever I need to sign, I do it. I got you. I was like,
look at God.
what?
Look at.
I never talked to him after that. I was like, Mr. Bambaataa, did you know we sold 5 million records? 5 million.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's the biggest ringtone of her whole career.
Man.
That was easy to clear. I bet he happy he cleared that.
Oh, my God.
All the way happy.
I am. I still give him credit, though.
There it is.
Well, you have an eye for like new talent. I know you were working with rest in peace of Young Greatness.
Yeah.
You would found him. What was that like, and what do you look for when you're looking for new artists?
Oh, well, I didn't really find Young Greatness. He kind of found me. You know what I'm saying? And between him and Dirty Bird, I say he did. DJ Blue, him and T from Exclusive Game, they'll fight over who brought greatness to the table, whatever. Yeah, I don't care about that. But we met in Exclusive Game, like really had our synergy matched there. Like we kicked it and just was playing beats. I was playing beats on the pill, and we were just in there, him, me, his crew. We just drinking and just freestyling. He was like, "Nigga, you hard." I was like, let me tell you something, dog. I'm a sponge. I'm also an artist. I can rap. I can sing. I was like, nigga, you ain't got more cadences nor more melodies than me. You Dream, you Esther Dean, you Tricky, none of y'all niggas. It's like, because y'all ain't been where I've been. Y'all ain't listening to what I listen to. Now, I might not apply it like all of y'all do, but you don't got more than me. Right. No, none of y'all niggas. Because it's like I come from like we book when I met Cash Money, we booked out Patchwork for 2 years. So you working with 10, 15 rappers. Everybody got to have different cadences.
Yeah, you done heard it all.
So you can't out cadence me. Yeah. I done been working with Gucci.
Yeah.
Like, man, Gucci like got cadences.
Yeah.
Like he got cadences, dog.
Yeah.
Like, and so does Manny Fresh.
Yeah.
Like cause he gotta help people with their records. Like being around like Wayne, like come on, man. I done gave Wayne cadences.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you feel uninspired, I mean, anybody can inspire anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Gilly too. That boy Gilly was cold.
Right. Yeah, well, I'm interested in that side of you as a producer because not a lot of producers are able to get on the pen side of it. And I know that's one of your strong points as well.
Because I was an artist first. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's
not, I mean, my goal wasn't to be a producer in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm an artist, first.
That's super dope.
Dope.
Yeah, it is.
Well, yeah, man.
Yeah, I think that's it, man. I think we got what we need, man. This right here was super fire, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Like you coming here and dropping game for us, it means the world to us, man. Like not many people can talk about the game the way you can. You've been in so many great positions. You developed artists. You got multi platinum records. I mean, this is crazy, man. It's Jazze Pha, man. Y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we hope you enjoyed this episode of the FreeGame Podcast. If you did enjoy it, make sure you subscribe to the Airbit channel right below. Just hit subscribe on the button below. Or you can go to youtube.com/airbit. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling the podcast, make sure you share it. Let your friends know. Also, there's an audio version of the podcast. Look in the notes below and you'll see where to subscribe to that at.
Yeah.
FreeGame Podcast.
Free game.